Well, happy Saturday, everybody. Following Thanksgiving, Hayden Balgavy alongside Trey Reid with Arkansas Game and Fish. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. How are you, sir?
Happy Thanksgiving. That was a good one.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. It was a good one.
Well, I got to tell you, too, as hungry as we are, and we talked about this, everybody hungry for duck season. Got kicked off last Saturday.
Man.
How we doing?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good, you know. We could stand a little bit more rain, and we've got the cold. We got some cold air that's been helpful. Mixed reports what I was getting opening weekend. Some places, especially northeast Arkansas, some of those areas around the White and Cache that flooded a couple of weeks ago, had some water there, did a little bit better. Some more traditional spots, the farther you go south in the Delta, didn't seem to be doing as well. But, that's pretty typical of early season. But, whether you're shooting any ducks or not, you can go eat some duck gumbo today over in Stuttgart. The culmination of the Wings Over the Prairie Festival, we kind of talked about that last week. But today's the big day. The World Championship Duck Calling Contest, I believe, starts about 2:30, and duck gumbo going on throughout the day today. All the arts and crafts vendors. So go check it out, man. Celebrate ducks and rice here in Arkansas.
What's the population of Stuttgart? What is it, quadruple on this day?
It does. It roughly quadruples. Yeah, that's a figure I've heard from the Chamber of Commerce over there before. Yeah, a lot more folks in Stuttgart than on a typical day.
Oh, well, hey, Stuttgart, be careful down there. Have a good time, but be careful. Wanted to ask you, too, a little bit about quail hunting going on. I know we talked about this, too, and look, conservation, I loved what you said earlier. We talked, it's a long game. It's a process, but hey, this is exciting now.
Yeah, we have really kind of a way to celebrate some quail restoration, habitat restoration for quail that we've been doing for 10 plus years now. But, we started talking about 10 years ago about really putting a focus on quail habitat, and we have an opportunity that you can go out on public land, areas that have been managed specifically for quail through prescribed fire, timber thinning, and things like that. Restoration of native plants in the vegetation community there. We're talking about Stone Prairie WMA up in Faulkner County, right next to Camp Robinson, and also Little Bio WMA, which is down in southeast Arkansas in Ashley County. We're going to have hunts in December and January, 2-day weekend hunts, where you apply for a permit. Now, the permit application period opens Monday, and it runs this next week through Sunday. We'll let you know the following Monday, December 9th, I believe it is, and then you will hunt the following weekend. So, it is, you can go hunt quail on some public lands in Arkansas, and a lot of people, aren't as familiar with it. A lot of folks go to Oklahoma and Texas to quail hunt, but we do have some opportunities here, and this is a new, unique opportunity. We're going to have another one in January. They're going on simultaneously at Little Bio and Stone Prairie hunts. One at each place in December, one at each place in January.
Sure, spread it out a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, if you apply and you don't have a bird dog, our quail program coordinator, Clint Johnson's been working with some guys who may be able to get you lined up with somebody with bird dogs. They don't count against your limit of you can take up to 4 people. But if you can take a dog handler and their dogs, they don't, as long as they're not hunting, they don't count against your limit of
Way
folks.
Cool. That's really good to know.
Yeah, it is really also encouraging people to take youth, because only one of the people can be over 16. So it's a great opportunity to take advantage of this success, of this habitat work that we've been doing for quail on a couple specific areas. And I fully anticipate more of these type of opportunities coming online in the future. But really cool.
Man, I love that. Well, what's funny too is, we talk about that, and hey, anybody go out there and be a dog handler too. I mean, come on, just go and having a good time. Yeah, I'll take the dog, sure. So we're past Thanksgiving. I know we're heading to Christmas now, but I love this program. We've talked about it so much. We've been involved with it before. Hunters feeding the hungry. These snack sticks are so phenomenal. And man, one of our favorite pastimes, and yet you're doing an amazing service too.
Yeah, man, we've got Arkansas Hunters Feeding the Hungry to start with has been for over 20 years, collecting deer from deer hunters, working together with Game and Fish, and Hunters Feeding the Hungry has fed literally millions of meals to people in the last 20 years. Unbelievable. Getting venison from hunters, distributing it to local food banks, typically in the community where those deer came from, so it all kind of stays local there too. But man, they started a few years ago, Hayden, this snack stick program for schools where they're getting deer primarily from deer clubs that are in our deer management assistance program. They've got some refrigerated trailers that we can drop off, like if they're going to have an organized hunt over the weekend or something. A lot of these clubs have too many deer, and so they get bonus deer tags to try to, manage the herd effectively, have healthier deer, bigger bucks, all that sort of thing. And so We talk about win-wins. There's so many wins with this. I mean, the camps are winning from the increased management. Hunters Feeding the Hungry is winning, by feeding less fortunate Arkansans who are also winning. So, man, it is such a great program. Look, there are still some opportunities in December and January if you've got a DMAP club and you want to, or get with another neighboring club, and we do want to try to pick up at least about 10 deer.
Sure.
But the great thing about this, another win, these clubs are having like youth days where they're bringing kids out to take some of these excess deer, or inviting out veterans, having these kind of co-ops with other clubs, getting together and having an organized hunt. This snack stick program, man, they are putting protein in the backpacks of kids in schools who are less fortunate, may be somewhat food insecure, and so it's just an awesome program. As we're here wrapping up Thanksgiving, looking ahead to Christmas, the time when we're talking about giving and looking out for others. What a great way to do it if you're a deer hunter.
Hey, big shout out to Steve Wildman Wilson. Wildman, you've been a big part of this for many years.
On the board, man.
On the board, love Wildman. Also, gentlemen, or whoever wants to go hunt, you can say, literally getting up to go hunt, I'm going to do community service.
That's right.
I'm just doing community service.
Love it.
We appreciate your service as always. So good to see you, Trey.
Thanks, man.
Happy Saturday, man. It's going to be a good
Saturday
time.
To you.
Looking forward to a little December coming up soon. And remember, we have all this information, agfc.com, also thv11.com. All right, y'all. We'll see you next Saturday.